We see progress and growth from game to game, from practice to practice in players. But these young kids like the reward and like to see the W. And for them, I'm very pleased and happy that they can celebrate, kind of breathe a sigh of relief, maybe get their shoulders back a little bit straighter, knowing that their hard work is not only paying off in coaches and coaching staff's eyes, but also in the big picture with the W. So I'm very pleased and happy for them.
32-10 in the paint today. What was going well there?
I thought that RJ was just very active, both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor, getting herself in low position, running the floor very, very well for us. And when you get the ball in the paint and you can score in the paint, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And I thought that we handled that on our end. And then on their end, being able to protect the paint. And that's something that we've talked about, again, with our defensive urgency and our defensive intensity, protecting the paint. And I thought both the guards and the post did that well on the defensive end.
You talk about Sarah's game, shot it well, seemed really efficient. What overall do you like about the way she played?
I think she played a very complete game, and I'll say that because of how she rose to our challenge with the defensive urgency and the defensive activity in practice this last week. I think you saw her just be more of a pest, exert more effort, exert more energy on the defensive end, and many players will tell you that the more work you put on the defensive end, the easier the offensive end is, and I think you saw that with her putting forth that effort. The offense came much easier for her.
Do you think it's your best overall defensive effort as a team this season, or where do you rate?
Most certainly our best complete defensive effort in conference play. I thought we played extremely focused and extremely hard at SDSU, but in the first half, but not the second half. I thought we played a very intense at Oral Roberts in the second half, but not the first half. So from a complete game standpoint, I felt we came out intense. We also started the third quarter at a high defensive level. So I would say that if it's not the best game defensively of the season, it's certainly the best in the conference play.
Take this and build on it.
We often talk about in these settings watching film of mistakes and growing from them. But just as much, if maybe not more, can be learned and taken from a win in watching film and showing all the effort, all the hard work. 2 weeks ago you looked like this and tonight you looked like that, and look at the positives here. And so it's a lot of film work. It's a lot of watching what we're doing well because we put a lot of work in this week and we reap the benefits. We'd be silly not to focus on that growth as well, but not be complacent and be able to take our urgency, our attentiveness, our activity on the road with us when we leave on Tuesday.
Kind of mix up the lineup a little bit, use different combinations. Kind of what was behind that, and how do you think it went using some different?
I'm pleased with the end result, and that the lineup change came from the competition and the challenge that the coaching staff and myself presented on Monday when we got back from Denver. And I was very pleased with the urgency that Reilly Jacobson and Autumn Ogden demonstrated in practice. And I've said publicly for a couple of weeks, the offense hasn't been our problem, it's been our defense. And those two young ladies earned their opportunity because of their attentiveness on defense, their urgency on defense, their ability to move defensively. And I was very pleased, even, RJ got into foul trouble, but I was very pleased with how she played, more so in the second half, but very pleased with the change.
I just think it was a defensive team effort that led to easy offense, and we just made the easy extra pass, which resulted in some good shots and some baskets that we made.
I guess it was 10-0 on the fast break. Was it kind of a focal point to get out and run this team a little bit?
We had a vocal point of getting out and running the whole season, but I think our urgency and intensity on defense led us to be able to go in transition, where earlier games we just weren't getting enough stops to run in transition. So I thought we sharpened that up on the defensive end today.
What's your shot? You seem to shoot well from going to the basket, from three-point range. What was going well as far as from the shooting perspective?
I think my teammates just put me in good positions to score, whether that was setting a good screen, making a good pass. I just think as a whole we were flowing well, which makes the buckets come easier.
How does it feel to get the first W in Summer League play?
It feels really good. We had a week of practice that our coaches really emphasized defense, and I thought as a whole we got challenged and we responded well as a whole, and we were able to execute, and we got a win today. Feels great.
You guys outscored them 32-10 in the paint. What was going well? Was it kind of just a collective defensive effort that was kind of the key there?
Yeah, it definitely was. All week in practice, like Sarah said, like we've been challenged, and yeah, we rose to the occasion. So.
What the effort today, what do you think can build off this moving forward?
We all did our part. Like there wasn't one person like dragging us down. It was a team effort today. Everyone rebounded. Everyone boxed out. Like everyone did the little things that we needed to do to get the big win.